most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Warhorse Dirtcar Series Super Late Models, Kokomo, Indiana. Teeny little bull ring here. Should be an exciting one tonight. 25 top-tier drivers checked in for this one. Practice session about to wind down, then we'll get ready to head out for qualifying. When they head for qualifying, we will head for our pre-race ceremonies. Final night this week for shows. Be back again on Sunday evening. Those Corners boys are back at it again. Right now, signal coming through. Time to go trackside.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, drivers have completed qualifying. Justin Norwood, quickest, 12.338 seconds. But we will get down here to the grid, run through. Sebring Racing Media starting lineup for heat number 1. Darren Friedman, the 89 car, will start on the pole for you. And then Justin Norwood, your quick qualifier for the evening, will start to his outside. He's the 4 car. Row 2 on the inside. Paul Hollander, the 113 car, and on the outside of him, one of our number 21 machines, Lyndon Whitfill. 357 of Cody Sieber will start inside of row number 3 with Eric Keller on his outside. Your 4th row is going to line up like this. The guy that's got a face made for radio, the pay-to-win setups for Link Motorsports, number 15. He's out of Edmond, Oklahoma. His name's Garrett Boyd. And to his outside, Colton Willett, the 225. And your back row should be the 011 of Joey Reeder. I do not see that car currently on the grid, so we're going to have 8 to start things out. Top 3 go directly to the feature. Everybody else, you got to work your way in. Lights are off on the pace truck. He will duck in to the infield right here out of turn number 2. The boys will get us kicking out of turn number 4. Friedman and Norwood off the front row. Green flag in the air, underway. Warhorse Dirtcar Series presented by Max Droop and Sieber Racing Media. All right, now Friedman having his way, jumped out to about 6-7 car lengths. There's Norwood. He tried the slider line, didn't work. He's going to get passed right on up by Hollander. Hollander takes that black 113 machine into second. Side-by-side battle for third. That's your final transfer spot. Whitfill on the bottom. And Norwood was on the top, and Norwood used the momentum line to take the spot. Pretty good battle behind that. Whitfill, Sieber, and Keller, along with Garrett Boyd. That's the 21 with the white letters. There is some contact. That's not going to work out good. That's Whitfill and Sieber. And Sieber's car heavily damaged. He'll get that thing off the track. We'll jump back up to second just in time to see Hollander nick the fence in two. Trying to run Friedman down. Halfway home, heat number 1. Watch the guys go out of 2 into 3. There goes your leader. Actually, that's not your leader. I think that was Garrett Boyd that just went by. Yeah, the Go Brandon car. That's what we're gonna call it, the Go Brandon car. Back to the point. Now it looks like Hollander going to have some company. Norwood has run him down. These guys right against the outside wall. Keep the right rear up onto that little bit of banking that is there and try to keep your momentum. Norwood didn't quite get there, and the door got slammed. 2 to go. Friedman, Hollander, Norwood, 1, 2, 3. Those spots guaranteed a starting position in tonight's feature. Everybody behind that. 4th place, Garrett Boyd. Well, he'll still have some work to do, but his chances are better when you start close to the front of the B main of making it into the show. on the final lap. Hollander went for the lead. He got it out of 2. He's going to pick up the win. A last lap pass. Hollander wins it. Friedman second. Norwood comes home in third. So 3 heat races scheduled. We will take a look at the Siebers Racing Media starting lineup for heat number 2. On the pole, the Rocket Esports Diggs, number 171 from Metamora, Illinois, Brandon Freeberg. And on his outside, second fastest qualifier for the evening, that's Desmond Busby. Second row inside, 999 car of Corey Sibley. And on his outside, the 82 car, that's Jason Korn. Your third row on the inside, Tyson Pankow, the 91. On the outside, the Ryco Motorsports butt kicker, 000 of Hunter Parsons from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And your fourth row for heat number 2, the 14 car Brian Wax, aside the 95 of Yori Nix. So pace truck will make the hard left right here. They roll them down the backstretch, getting ready to fire off down here in turns 3 and 4. Freeberg had a good run last week.
Green flag, green flag.
Starting on the pole for heat 2, and he immediately gets on the throttle, jumps to the lead, goes right to the top side. Desmond Busby, the 82 car, right in behind him. You'll see 7 on the ticker at the top. It is the 82 machine that has Busby behind the wheel. Corey Sibley down on the bottom, trying to hold serve in third, not enough there. It looks like Jason Korn will roll the black and white, number 82, the car with the yellow trim. Past him on the top side. Oh, little trouble for Busby. He's going to lose 1. Will he lose 2? Will he lose 3 spots here after the faux pas in turn 2? Korn goes by. Now Sibley's trying to work the bottom. 999 machine right against the inside. He's got good momentum coming out of the corners, getting some good bite. But making the track a little longer and a little more speed to carry going into the corners. Busby is squeezing right up alongside. Halfway home for your leader, Brandon Freeberg. Then it's Jason Korn who keeps flashing in the left side of your screen. Now Busby has used the momentum line. He took third back. Sibley still fourth. Then Hunter Parsons, Brian Wax, Jordan Nix, and Tyson Pankow. Freeberg, man, about a half a corner ahead of these guys. 3 to go this time. Korn's got company. Desmond Busby, the other 82 machine, right back at the back end, was nipping at his heels. Now looks like slider line through 3 and 4. That could have been contact. I think if Korn doesn't tap the wall in the middle of the corner, it's contact at the exit, but Busby goes back by. And that contact and inevitable momentum loss really did hurt Korn right there. He's in a battle for the final transfer spot. White flag in the air. Freeberg's got it in the bag. And right now, Sibley and Korn battling for the final transfer spot. Freeberg wins it. Busby's going to be second. And Corey Sibley holds off Jason Korn to take the final direct transfer spot. Parsons, Wax, Nix, and Pankow finishing out the heat. Good to see everybody watching. I see plenty of people, plenty of viewers on the ticker. Guys, say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. So we get ready to run through our final heat race starting lineup. Super Media starting lineup for heat race number 3. The Diggs by Dirt Rocket Esports, number 13 of Travis St. Clair from Nashport, Ohio. Will start on the pole, and to his outside, the 22 car of Camden Johnson. Your second row on the inside, the 10 car of Jason Salter, and the 31 of Kyler Bruce will sit to his outside. Your third row, Scott Smith, the 53 car. Watch that car, always quick. Seems to get himself in the mix each and every week. And then he starts next to Kyle Surratt in the 18 car. And your final row on the inside, the Superior Builder Beware Racing, number 17 from Iola, Kansas, of Buddy Ware. Starting right next to him, the 11 of James Gilpin. Marshalltown, Iowa. Devin, I feel horrified for you, and at the same time confused. But hey, that's just me. And Santa Fe, New Mexico. Outstanding. Likes it everybody's watching from. And I'm sure with the last name Nix, you're not a Knicks fan at all. He was in the last one, but I'm just saying. Throwing it out there. All right, pace truck. On the pit road out of 2. St. Clair and Johnson will get us started right here. Final heat race of the evening. Top 3. Straight to. I had a feeling.
Green flag.
Straight to our feature. And a green flag in the air. St. Clair. Right side of the car. Got up against the fence. He had the lead going in. It's 4 wide out of 2. Who's going to have it? Almost 5 wide. Coming out of 4. That time it was Salter that led. And they are stacked right up. We'll take a peek right here in the middle of this thing on the top side. Camden Johnson, the double deuce. He'll have the lead this time, but here comes the 53 of Smith on the inside. Threading the needle. That's the 13 car of Travis St. Clair, and he's going to stay 3 and 4 wide. Good racing right here. Such a small, tight little place. There's your little bit of contact. Salter got the right rear out a little wide. Got a little kick in the butt for it, but that slows St. Clair. Camden Johnson. Easy cruise out in front. He's out there by about half a straightaway over Scott Smith. Kyler Bruce. Here comes Jason Salter. Salter got a punt on the right rear a couple of laps ago. He's up to third. He's got the final transfer spot, working on a second. Going to come around to the outside of Smith. He'll take over the second position. Smith still working the bottom, trying to hang on to a transfer spot. It's Kyler Bruce, the 31 car in here, into this battle for a direct spot. He's trying to work the middle of the track. Through 3 and 4, still Camden Johnson, and he is way out in front. 2 to go for him. This is your battle, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And right now, Salter's using that momentum on the high line to try to keep second away from Scott Smith and keep Smith on the hot seat. White flag in the air. It's going to be an easy one for Johnson to go straight to the feature. He'll win the final heat race. Jason Salter trying to hang on. Slider came from Smith. Didn't work out. Salter gets second. Smith goes to the feature directly. And everybody else, grab a bowl, find a spoon. Let's play a little alphabet soup and see who makes it to the feature. So 16 of our 25 in our B main. And they'll line up like this. That face. Man, that guy is, like I said at the beginning, he's got a face made for radio. Garrett Boyd on the pole, Jason Korn to the outside. Kyler Bruce, Eric Keller in row 2. Row 3, Hunter Parsons and Kyle Surratt. Landon Whitfield and Brian Wax in your 4th row. Your 5th row is going to be James Gilpin and Colton Willett. Row 6, Yori Nix and Travis St. Clair. Cody Sieber starts inside row 7 with Tyson Pankow on his outside. And your final row is going to look like this. Buddy Ware and Joey Reeder. Joey Reeder. About 11 of these guys transfer. Could be 13. I can take a quick peek in between. So if we get a caution, I'll take a peek and make sure I got the numbers right. But they're going to go green out of 4 the next time. Things happen fast. Quick laps here. Very short. As you can see, 3/10 of a mile. Up to the front, Korn and Boyd. Korn on the outside, Boyd on the inside. Get us started for the B main.
Green, green, green.
The throttle. B main is underway. 15 laps. Decide the final starting lineup. Take a quick peek back here. That's Eric Keller Right now in 6th on the top side, fairly safe unless he finds the wall again. Bumps the wall a couple of times, messes up the right rear of the car. Looks like he is going to fall all the way to 8th, kind of trapped in behind a couple of side-by-side cars. Boyd has the lead, about 5-6 car lengths right now. He's going to the bottom. Kyler Bruce right with him. Jason Korn likes the bottom. Whitfield was on the bottom, maybe a little more in the middle than the bottom in 1 and 2. Was for sure in 3 and 4. Saw Hunter Parsons, I think that was, clipped the fence out of 4, and he loses 2 spots. So move Keller and Wax in front of him. Brian Wax, the 14 car. That's your 5th place machine right now. Good view here. You can see the side-by-side battle for 3rd. Whitfield inside, Korn high side. Whitfield taking that left front, lifting it right over those tractor tires on the inside. Down in 1 and 2 last time by. Korn trying to go to the high side. Now Whitfield slides up to the middle. That's the line Korn has been running. Laps clicking off quick. We're going to be halfway this time by. Boyd still enjoying about 5.5, 6 car lengths. Kyler Bruce second. He's got about the same gap back to the battle with Whitfield and Korn. These two still side by side, but Whitfield finds the fence out of 2. That may open the door for Korn. They're going to play crossover right here down in 3 and 4, but Korn has the advantage by about 3/4 of a car. Wax still in 4th, but Keller's working the high side on him. Then Surratt and St. Clair inside the top 10. Cody Sieber 9th. That's Hunter Parsons, the 0 car right there. He's your 10th place car. 91 of Pankow right now on what I believe is your bubble spot. Trying to hang on. Got a pretty good gap over Ware side by side with Nix. This 12th and 13th. Boyd's coming around, going to be 3 to go this time, and it looks like Bruce is starting to close the gap. Got it down to about 2.5 car lengths. Keep our eyes on the leader. Going to be in lap traffic in a lap or 2, I think, here. Car just coming off a 4 right there. That's Gilpin. No, it's not. That is Joey Reeder, excuse me. Gilpin's car in the infield right now. But Bruce trying to find a little momentum, maybe make a run at stealing this B-main on the last lap. He's in if he just stays where he's at and runs a smart race here. But with the white flag out, Garrett Boyd into 3 and 4. He is going to win your B-main. He goes to the feature. Kyler Bruce goes. Jason Korn, Lyndon Whitfield, Eric Keller, Brian Wax, Kyle Surratt, Travis St. Clair through 8th, then Sieber 9th. Pankow is 10th. Hunter Parsons comes home 11th. And if it's 11, that's it. If it's not, it's Buddy Ware and Yuri Nix going to make it to the feature. We'll know here in just a moment. These guys have a couple of minutes for a warm-up, and we can take a peek while they get ready to roll out and make sure that I didn't miscalculate. It was 13th, so Nix, the final car to make the cut. He will be in our feature tonight. These guys already ready to start lining up. Going to move right through this thing. It's going to happen fast. It's going to be Hollander and Freeberg on the front row. Then Johnson and Friedman in row number 2. Busby and Salter in row 3. Row 4, Norwood and Sibley. Smith and Boyd in row number 5. Man, that guy's picture just gets me every time. I'm going to have nightmares. Bruce and Korn. And I've met the guy in person, which is the scary part. And he looks just like that. Kyler Bruce and Jason Korn in row 6. Row 7, Lyndon Whitfield, Eric Keller. Then Brian Wax and Travis St. Clair in your 8th row. 9th row, Kyle Surratt and Cody Sieber. Tyson Pankow, Hunter Parsons in row 10. And your final row, Buddy Ware and Yuri Nix. 50 laps the distance. Will happen quickly. Yeah, they have helped us out for a long time from up in Lima, Ohio via the guys at Tim Sims. Same with super clean. Tim Sims is on there. Wicked Cushion Esports. Yeah, they help out quite a bit with a lot of things. Hopefully we get back to where they're giving us some discount coupons for some stuff. But, with the COVID shutdown and everything kind of starting to come back, the economy the way it is, they slowed some things down. But they still helped us out for a long time, so we kind of honor that, and we're just waiting for them to come back and start doing some cool stuff where we can start doing some more fan giveaways again. But right now it is race time. Green flag in the air. 50 laps on the board, and right now the battle for the lead, and that is going to go away quickly. I don't know who is in this. It wasn't that guy. I want to say we are going to take a look back here. Sibley and Boyd for sure are in this. Oh, that's your 999 car. He spun around. He got up on the hood of the 21 of Garrett Boyd right there. So Sibley and Boyd in our first caution. Not a whole lot happened. They'll get these things lined back up, get ready to go. Still 49 laps to go. Colton's, a lot of it, we get 10 and 15% discount. Sometimes we get coupons for free appetizers. And what we usually do is we kind of package that up with something, and we'll do it as a fan giveaway. We're hoping we get back to that here in the very, very near future, so we can start doing some more of that, because more and more races on the network right now, and we like to do some fan giveaway stuff. We give away free memberships to iRacing sometimes for new members. Green flag back in the air. 49 laps remaining, and Paul Hollander got a little better start, I think, this time than he did the last time. And he is going to have us single file through the top three. Not quite. As Cameron Johnson got the 22 car on the bottom. Oh, big mistake up there. Freeberg bumped the fence, but that's not what brought it out. Let's see. Is Boyd in another one of these incidents? Goes down Buddy Ware right in front of him. This is turns 1 and 2. He's going to do this in 3 and 4 if he's part of this. Oh, Buddy Ware got the car. Oh, it wasn't even. He just gets into a spinning car of Hunter Parsons. You saw Parsons go around and then get wedged up and rolled over. So short track woes. Sometimes these things happen at the very beginning on these short tracks when you got a lot of cars out there. Guys take a moment to settle in. Give the race control guys a second to figure it out. I think they're getting ready to go back to 2 wide here for the restart. Just can't get any momentum going. No rhythm just yet, but I think that's about to change. Feels like a good green run's fixing to get started here. Still 47 laps. At a line of cars nose to tail going through 1 and 2. They were almost touching each other going through there. Good start. Full lap this time. And this might be the start of something really good here. Hollander, Freeberg, Friedman, your top 3. Then Norwood down on the bottom. He's 3 wide, battling for 4th. Got Salter in the middle. Johnston now took 4th away. Norwood in 5th. Salter 6th. Whitfield, part of this battle now, shows his nose down on the inside, trying to get around these guys on the bottom. He's going to be side by side with Norwood. They're 2 wide, 2 deep from 5th on back through 9th place. That time Norwood found the fence. Going to lose 1, going to lose 2, possibly 3 before we get through 3 and 4. Gets one of them back. So keep him in 8th. Lyndon Whitfield up to the 5th spot. Then Camden Johnson in front of that. Good battle here, starting to shape up for 2nd and 3rd. Friedman, the 89. Freeberg, the 171. It's only a matter of time before that outside line with all the momentum just is too much for the guy in the middle, and it's right there. Friedman takes over second. Camden Johnson now trying to stay on the high side, keep Freeberg pinned down, and he's going to do just that. He moves into third, goes over the bump that develops in turn 3. That car really didn't like that very much. But he hangs on. Freeberg fourth. Whitful now getting into the mix. He is fifth, and Salter behind that. Norwood. Busby in eighth, and he had a little bit of a battle side by side with Bruce for a second there. It is a stacked up mess behind Kyler Bruce. Travis St. Clair just got by on the high side to move himself in the top 10. Jason Korn, Cody Sieber, Scott Smith, Kyle Surratt, the 18. Those guys all in a heated battle here. That's right outside the top 10. See how close that is. That is 10th place right there, that black, white, and yellow car. Excuse me, that's 11th place. You can see from behind that how contested it is. Let's see where Holland is at. He's about a straightaway from being in lap traffic, and it's not real heavy yet, but by the time he gets to it, it could be. He is considerably quicker. Second place, almost the same lap time. Those two, a tenth and a half quicker than everybody else. Car backwards. I think that was Sieber, Corey Sieber. Got backwards right there. Got in single file in there in about 9th or 10th place. Oh, he checked for what was going on in front of him, and then when the car got in the grass, it swung the other way. And he was just close enough to the racing surface for iRacing to pick it up and throw the caution. So, Hollander, Friedman, Whitfield, Johnson, Freeberg, your top 5. Then Norwood, St. Clair, Salter, Kyler Bruce, and Desmond Busby in the top 10 right now. He was gapping the field by a pretty good chunk right there. Caution's going to save a couple of cars from going a lap now within another lap or two if that stays green, because he wasn't that far, about half a straightaway from getting to those guys. So it looks like single file for the start. 17 of 50 in the book. Still 33 to go.
Green, green, green.
Good restart for the leader. He's going to hang on to the top of the track and try to build that, what was just about a straightaway lead. Trying to rebuild that over Friedman. Whitfield, Johnson, then Freeberg. Camden Johnston, oh, slams a 22 into the fence. He's going to go backwards pretty quickly. There's a couple 3 spots here. He went from 4th to 7th. Right side pretty wrinkled up. He is just trying to hang on. Got Salter peeking on the end of the side right there. Hollander already working lap 22, closing in on halfway, and he is building his lead back up. He's out to about 5 car lengths now. That time he got closed down pretty good as Friedman got a good run through the middle of 3 and 4 in the middle lane. Friedman's starting to break away from Lyndon Whitfield. Now, Friedman looking to the inside, tried to make it too wide, gives the spot back, too much momentum out of 2. Halfway this time by. Crossed flags being shown to your leader, Paul Hollander. And he is in the same set of corners now with the 17 of Buddy Ware. First car to potentially go a lap down here if we stay green. Ware runs in the 20th spot. Dory Nix off track. Hunter Parsons 1 lap down, but still competing in 21st. And now the gap's starting to widen out. Friedman, Whitfield second, third. Freeberg still fourth. Justin Norwood in fifth. Hollander now around the top side of Buddy Ware. Car sideways down in turn 2. He gets it rolling, no caution. He's down in the grass, got it rolling. Nobody was down there. There was no potential for anything bad to happen, it doesn't look like. "20 laps to go. Hollander still out in front. Now starting to put a little bit of a gap in between himself and Friedman. It's a good thing because he's coming up on a 2-wide battle. It's going to be lap cars one more time. Along the inside of Garrett Boyd. Boyd fighting on the top side, slowing your leader up. That's going to let Friedman close the gap. Now back to the top for Hollander. Hollander put the 21 between himself and Friedman. Whitfield now to the back of the 89 car. Top 3. Next car lap down going to be Sibley. Oh, and he got out of shape, checked everybody up. That allowed Friedman to get around clean, but not Whitfield. Whitfield had to check up to avoid the wreck that opens the gap, but it slowed up Hollander enough that Friedman closed the gap. Go around the top side and put Hunter Parsons another lap down. Put Parsons 2 down. Good battle as we're inside 15 to go. Pretty good gap now between cars. Half a corner now between your leader and the next set of lap cars, and if neither driver makes a mistake, and there's our mistake. I'm not sure who went around. Let's go see. It might have happened right in front of Salter and these guys right here. Somebody got the car too far sideways. I didn't catch the number, but they got it straightened back out. Looks like maybe it was Buddy Ware got his car a little too far sideways, but he gets it straightened out. Drivers trying to figure out where they're supposed to be for sure right now.
All right, man. Light you back on the pace
We're
car.
going
We're
to
not going
extend
green
it
this time.
because
We are
they were
not
having
going
some
green.
problems with that. So with 12 laps to go, we'll add one more lap of caution. Hollander, Friedman, Whitfield, Freeberg, Norwood, the top 5 right now. Now the pace truck goes in, getting ready to go back to green.
Green flag, green flag.
Good restart for both of the drivers in the top 2. Friedman not letting Hollander get away. Oh, he got a great run right there. Side by side at the line. Hollander held on by a nose. Slight job coming. He did not clear.
All right,
But
man.
a good little bit of driving.
Caution
There's
is
a
out.
big pile up behind that. Is that? No, that was it. I don't know who is in this right now. We're going to have to check. It's going to take a second for a couple of these to update. No, it wasn't Johnson. It was Sriracha's still out there. car was goldish colored, and I thought trying to see who that was. I'd like to go back and get a good look because they were upside. That's a 91 of Pencal. No, it's not. I thought that car said 91 on the inside. I can't tell whose car that is, and we're having a little trouble with it updating for me where drivers are sitting currently. Justin Norwood, maybe. That is Norwood's car that is in the infield. He was in, I saw that car upside down in turn number 2. So 10 to go this time.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Another good start for your top 2. We'll see if these 2 can get out here and make a race of it. Maybe no more caution laps to keep them held back. Whitfield still third. Freeberg and Bruce, your top 5 now. Desmond Busby up here in 6th. Surratt, Keller, Johnson, and Sieber. Cody Siebert running in 10th. Get back to the front here. Watch our leader. Got a good run down the backstretch. It opened up about 2 or 3 car lengths just down the backstretch. I see Norwood's car back out on track. They got it refired. He's going to be able to finish the race. He is a couple of laps down. Six laps to go, about 4 car lengths between first and second, second and third. And third about the same back to fourth. It's a little tighter back there, fifth, sixth. Bruce and Busby. Watching second place, Friedman. He is trying to roll in, and he has been doing a great job in 3 and 4 of closing the gap, finding where the grip was. Riding it through in 1 and 2, trying not to lose ground. And then making a good move right there to cut it down right through the center of the corner. But Hollander's figured out that same line. 3 laps to go. Friedman closing in, 2 to go this time. Whitfield was closing in, bumped the fence and won. That opened up a couple of more car lengths. Looks like it's just a battle first and second now. White flag in the air, and it's about a car and a half, 2 cars. Lap traffic will not be a factor on the final lap. Paul Hollander into 3 and 4 for the final time. He will win at Kokomo. Oh, and at the end, I'm not sure if Friedman held on or if Whitfield got second. Whitfield got second by 5 1/1000ths. Friedman into third. We're hoping the guys all bring the cars around on the front stretch so we can get a look. Well, our winner, he brought his around. Good on him. We'll put him up there. We like to see the drivers in the top 3 bring the cars around to at least the front stretch and give them a park so we can show off their sponsors while we talk to them. Well, we got third place in here. Let's talk to Darren Friedman real quick. Grab him and bring him into the interview booth.
That's the boy.
Darren Friedman, you there? Mr. Friedman, do you got a copy?
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, man. You got nipped at the end right there. Hell of a battle those last few laps. You got up there and went after Hollander, and then right at the end, Whitfield comes around and sneaks at 5 1/1000ths of a second. What was going on in the feature? Where were you finding the best place to run?
I don't know. Lyndon and I, we've been working on setups for this thing for a while, so we were really good. I feel like we were better than Paul. We just couldn't get through 1 and 2 like he could. I don't know. It sucks. Lyndon and I kind of worked together on the steel as teammates, and I did not want to have him beat me like that.
Well, you know, if it's a teammate that gets you, it's a little bit easier to swallow that. And it was just like the thickness of the paint on the nose of the car right there. But, man, a great run and it looked like that track went through a whole lot of changes. Did you finish out on the same line you started on?
Yeah, for us, we did. I mean, we were kind of locked down, kind of where we were in 1 and 2. I mean, you weren't really going to go anywhere unless you're up top. Like, that's weird. In this game, it really doesn't take rubber, but it does. Like, you have to be in certain lines. And this place is just weird. Like, the lines have changed a little bit here and there, but, it's a big momentum track, I'd say.
We had a great run. You come home third. Who do you have on the car each and every week before we let you get out of here?
Yeah, I got AC Sports, that's me in London, and then Ace Motorsports, that's my real life team. So big thanks to all of them and Lyndon for helping me with setup stuff for all this stuff.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you back on the podium next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Darren Friedman, your third place finisher. Let's talk to second place here. We'll get Mr. Whitfield. Lyndon, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, man, you nipped your teammate right at the very end right there. 5/1000ths of a second. You come home second. Tell us a little bit about your run in the feature tonight.
Yeah, we were pretty good. I buried myself in the heat race. Didn't run very good. Had to start back in like 13th or something. But once we got to the front, I think you could tell that me, Paul, and Austin, or Darren, is his iRacing name. We were pretty much, all right there. I think I was pretty good. As long as I just figured out 1 and 2, you kind of had to be up there on the wall. So as long as I get through 1 and 2, all right, I was pretty good. I felt pretty good about it. Felt like I had a pretty good shot, but it just didn't work out that way. Then Austin tried something on the last lap, and I just snuck by him there.
Well, I asked him the same thing. The line that you were running at the end, same line you were running at the beginning, because it looked to us like the track changed a lot during that feature.
Yeah, I don't know. Towards the beginning of the race, I started kind of on the bottom, pretty much every restart. So I was kind of just sticking my nose down there on the bottom and passing cars on the bottom. It wasn't until I got in the 5th or 4th that I started really running up there, and by then it had already kind of slicked off and stuff and was really up on the top. But yeah, it's weird because the track use from hot laps to the feature, the track like almost does a 360. You pretty much end up running the same line that you started the race in, just because that's where you can keep your momentum up, and that's usually where the grip is.
Well, an awesome run, man. Second, nothing to scoff at with this bunch here. Who you got on the car helping you out?
I really just got to thank Austin, our little team, Ace Esports. It's just really me and him. We get on maybe once or twice a week and do this. So thanks to Brandon and Max Droop for putting this series on, kind of a fun little series. Nothing too big or anything like that. You got to really commit to. So it's just fun to come out here, once a week and have a little fun with a good group of guys.
Well, awesome run. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you back on the podium real soon, bud.
10-4, thank you.
Lyndon Whitfield, your second place finisher. Well, let's get the man. He led it all. He went from wire to wire with it. Had a little challenge kind of in the middle there and once close to the end, but Paul Hollander, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, awesome run. Like I was telling everybody, you pretty much took the point on this thing and you ran away. Got a challenge once or twice there when you got into lap traffic and on a restart, but even with a couple of little bends here and there in the sheet metal on the 113 car, she's sitting on top of the podium. How was your feature tonight, buddy?
Oh, man, it was great. Like you said, there was a few kinks in the road, but I felt on the long runs, once I got in a groove, I was at least a tenth faster than everybody, and I was just kind of pulling away. So big shout out to Diggs, because that was just the set you can get straight from the site, and I didn't change it at all. I didn't have time to really test anything, so it was rolling.
Well, the guys behind you, only in traffic, kind of really got to you. How hard was it to try to find your way through that traffic? I know they were a couple of wide and sometimes 3 wide in front of you there.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult. Like I said, that setup, it was pretty tight and fast, but you couldn't really, dodge in and out of traffic like I really, wanted to there. But I was so much quicker, even down the straightaways that, I could make it work, and I got around them.
Well, tough little bull ring, and the track changes quite a bit, but you look like you tried to stay married to the top. Just where the car felt the best, where that setup is kind of built for, you think, or just your style to stay locked to the outside?
Man, I don't know. I was talking to some of my buddies, right before the race. I just told them I was going to go up top and stay there, and if I was a roadblock, then so be it. But that's where I was going to run, and I felt like that was the fastest line, and it was going to be all night.
Well, looks like it worked out. You put her on top of the podium. Who's on the car helping you out?
Got to give a big thanks to Base Racing Fuels, all the guys over at D1RT, even some of the Rocket Esports guys. We've been testing and practicing a lot lately. Big shout out to Viper Motorsports, and that's about it.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on the win. Look forward to seeing you on the podium again next week.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, your winner tonight, Paul Hollander. Lyndon Whitfield comes home second. Darren Friedman in the third spot. Then Brandon Freeberg in fourth. Kyler Bruce was fifth. Kyle Surratt sixth. Eric Keller seventh. Cody Sieber eighth. Camden Johnson was ninth. Tyler Pankow in 10th. Jason Salter comes home 11th. 12th goes to Jason Korn. Garrett Boyd in 13th. Desmond Busby 14th. Buddy Ware was 15th. 16th to Scott Smith. Brian Wax comes home 17th. Corey Sibley 18th. Travis St. Clair in 19th. Justin Norwood was 20th. Hunter Parsons 21st. And Yuri Nix rounded out the field. Another fun night of racing with the big blocks. These tracks I don't know why that's popping up there. That's crazy. These tracks like Kokomo, these short little bull rings, get tough. And, they show the trueness of what a driver is capable of. Why does that keep coming back? That's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, that is a true test for a driver when he can handle the short tracks. Well, that'll do it for us here tonight. For Dominic Santina and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network. Appreciate every time you guys tune in. Don't forget to come by the Facebook page, like, share, and follow. If you're over on YouTube and Twitch, hit the subscribe button. Every time we go live, 6 shows a week. I think Dom's new one either started just a little bit ago or he starts next week. But 2 shows on Thursdays, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way down. Best racing action right here. We appreciate you guys, and until we see